So I have been in this love energy lately, and it's not about a specific person, it's about feeling love, feeling self love, feeling mm, like those energies are kind of coming together in my life specifically. So I am in the mood to do a reading in that regard and just talk about it, like just talk about feeling self love, feeling balanced when you're maybe looking for love, and how to attract that, how to tap into that energy. Because your heart chakra is kind of like a portal, like it gives out vibrations, and it's able to, like, people are able to pick up on it whether or not they might be intuitive or spiritually connected with those kind of things, but they can pick up on it. So whatever energies you're kind of like feeling are standing in your way, you can ask god Ganesha to Vignaharta, right? Vignaharta meaning he's able to push things out of your way so you can attract better things, so you can attract the highest good in your life, including relationships, including self love, including prosperity and stability, because Muladhara is here. So if you have kind of not felt secure in your relationships in the past, there's an element of feeling um, dependent or unstable and uncomfortable with the elements that you are with in the current reality, because now, like, whatever things come into your energy, I just got mice, discord amongst friends or family. So whoever has made you feel insecure or made you feel dependent, what's the word, emotionally dependent, okay, also on people, that comes from a coping mechanism, right? Triple two on the timer, and just saw triple one also, so that also means that um, you have felt insecure with the people around you, you have felt imbalanced and dependent on people, and people have only reflected those insecurities onto you that were already existent in your reality for you to face and heal, right? So there's no point being mad at anybody, right? Because people are just trying to reflect those shadows into your reality on the forefront so you can deal with them. And it might be a difficult path to take on, but it's your story, your intuition is helping you see that. People in your reality are helping you see that. This video is helping you see that. You know what I mean? Like, what is it that kind of triple three on the timer? You are probably trying to fix the gaping wound in your heart, the hollowness that you feel with a relationship, with people, with coping mechanisms, with substances, and things to do. Work also, by the way, workaholic energy comes from, like, sometimes you try to fix it with work, like those wounds, but that's not an energy you want to indulge in because there's no end to it, right? Even kids, people like want to have kids or want to have pets in their life so they can distract themselves from the pain they feel. That's not a healthy energy to be in, and I'm not saying I have all the answers figured out. I'm on my own journey and I'm learning every day as well. I'm just saying that you have to face it. You have to take some time out and sit with it and face it, and these things take time. So what has been the most challenging relationship, most challenging experience in your life? Like, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? Triple four on the timer. You are protected through everything, right? Like, your spirit team is there, standing at the back and just giving you downloads and sending you experiences and people and situations and downloads every minute, every day. They're trying to come through. So don't negate that. Don't say that, like, it's not there. It's there, it's coming. But you have to be the one to, like, kind of stand up and take charge, and not feel victimized and not feel targeted. And it's easy to step into that energy, and that's fine too sometimes. Like, you feel what you feel, and you're allowed to feel that way. um, but just know that whatever this might be a parental relationship, this might be a father wound, a mother wound, a relationship wound. um, this might be a illness, this might be anything that you have felt for a long time, that you are terrible, like you don't want to feel this anymore. But there's light at the end of the tunnel. There's something that is keeping you going, and that's your soul's journey on this earth. This is the most toughest triple five experience that you have to have, that your soul wants to experience in this lifetime, because it means something to your soul. you know so on a personal level, I have had, like, parental trauma. And I'm not here to, like, blame anybody or anything, but I am just saying, like, I have had the toughest time integrating that in my reality, because it has gone on to affect everything in my life, everything, the way I perceive masculine energy. Okay. So there's no point running from it. Like, in the longest time in my life, I ran away from that trauma, I suppressed it. But there's no point, because it will come manifest in your reality irrespective whether you are acknowledging it or not. So it's best if you just face it and see it for what it is, and try to integrate that. And it's a process, because how do you perceive something that you have not really faced, not really been able to perceive in the best light? You kind of, like, be the kind of parent that you would have probably needed, right? Like, as an inner child, in inner child work. So similarly, if you've had, like, trauma with feminine energy in relationships, like, for example, a girlfriend broke up with you, and you felt abandoned. You must have felt abandoned with another feminine energy in the past, probably a parental energy. So you kind of, like, try to work with that, because how you perceive that element is how you're going to attract those energies in your life, right? Like, and it's so challenging, because your inner child doesn't know what that energy should be like. So allow yourself to feel that when it does come in. Allow yourself to not, like, jeopardize it or sabotage it when it does come in. And it'll come in bits, like, you'll perceive soft feminine, if you perceived feminine in a dark light, in the dark meaning, like, negative in the past, and that's why you've had, like, feminine wounds in your relationship, of abandonment or something, probably. Then when you do perceive feminine, soft feminine, giving feminine, nurturing feminine, empress energy, allow it to come to you and receive it, and then kind of, like, be the masculine in the light, like, you know what I mean, like, you have to kind of receive it and be that giving masculine as well. Try to channel that. um, yeah, this is what I've been thinking about, and this is like a new territory for me as well, so I'm exploring how to channel my energies in that regard as well, as a divine feminine, and in regards to attracting a divine masculine as well, because in my journey I have had, like a lot of wounds around relationships, and the father wound, so it can be a challenging topic, in general, for a lot of women, I know. So yeah, it's just interesting, it's just interesting also, as trauma yeah, works. Yeah. And funny thing, like, if you see, um and this is not something that most people can perceive and work with, let alone overcome, because um and I'd like to believe that people are working through these things, and good things are happening and in healing for people, because I love that. I love to see that, and I love to learn from people also. um but like, a lot of issues, especially diseases, are psychosomatic, meaning, excuse me, meaning people that have battled diseases long term, chances are they coming from these kind of wounds. I'm not even kidding you. Like, look into it, look into psychosomatic diseases, EFT, Lewis Hay. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised at how these wounds translate to actual physical manifestations in your body, which don't leave your body, by the way, unless you heal those. And imagine, like, at 27, I am uh, looking into these wounds in my own life, and I can actually correspond them to physical things like that have manifested in my body. People that have gone through cancer and stuff like that, and probably succumb to cancer as well, like those energies are so heavy that it requires work. So if you start working on like things right now, imagine the benefit that your body is gonna experience, that your soul is gonna experience, so it doesn't compound to something major. Like, I'm not trying to scare you. 11 11 on the timer, I'm just saying, like, these things do manifest, and it's not just for you, it might be people around you, or like, psychosomatic diseases and emotional work, trauma work in this regard goes such a long way, you guys. Goes such a long way. Okay. So yeah, that's about it. That's all I wanted to talk about in relationships, energies, divine feminine, divine masculine, and inner child trauma work. It's very interesting, and I can go on for hours, but that's my time. I should go because I gotta go out with a friend, and I'll see you in the next one. Let me know how this resonated. Let me know your own journey, because I love to hear from you guys. Okay, um, in the comments down below. And if you want to connect with me, you can DM me on Instagram. I'll see you on the next one. I love you. Bye.